Hi, welcome to my ingredients analysis and application demo of the brand new Natasha Denona I Need A Nude lipsticks. I saw these just yesterday on the Sephora app, and I didn't just need a nude, I decided I needed 8 nudes. So I bought 8 out of the 18 shades available of this lipstick in a wide range from some of the lightest shades to some of the deepest shades. In today's video, we are going to dive deep into the ingredients in these lipsticks and find out if they're ingredients that are helpful, that are good for our lips, or if they're potentially harmful. We're then going to try on all 8 shades I bought, and we're going to see how they look, how they wear, and for me, the big thing I want to see is if they feather or bleed. I am 36 years old, and unfortunately, this has become a big issue in my life. So I would like to know how these lipsticks hold up. It does say on Natasha's website that these lipsticks are lightweight, creamy formulas with a soft, luminous finish. They're deeply hydrating for comfortable and luxurious texture. That sounds wonderful, but sometimes when lipsticks are very creamy and hydrating, they have a lot of slip. They slide around a lot. So we're going to see what the feathering and what the bleeding situation is like with these lipsticks, if at all. Now, one thing that's really special about these lipsticks is that they're available in 4 different undertones. And Natasha says she made 18 shades designed to flatter each and every skin tone from fair to deep in different undertones. If you don't know your undertone, don't worry. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a very easy and helpful tip to determine your undertone. The 4 undertones that Natasha offers in these lipsticks are beige, which is for neutral, warm, and red skin tones. She also offers neutral beige and neutral pink, which are both for all skin tones. The last undertone she offers is pink, which suits warm and yellow skin tones. Whew, that was a mouthful. So before we start this review and demo, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you hit that notification bell because then you'll never miss any of my upcoming videos. And trust me, you don't want to, because on this channel, I dive deep, deep, deep into these ingredients, and we really figure out what exactly they are and what we're putting on our bodies, our faces, and our hair. And from this channel, we become more informed consumers. So let's get started with these ingredients. I first want to touch on the emollients, and emollients are just very skin smoothing ingredients that we find in a lot of our skincare and cosmetics products. The first one is octidodecanol, and this emollient is very moisturizing and is excellent for pigment dispersion in the lipsticks. That means the lipsticks are going to have a very even pigment throughout the entire product, and you're not going to have patches where it's a little bit darker on one side than it is on the other. The next emollient is alkyl tartrate, and this skin conditioning emollient improves the stability of the formula. We then have caprylic and capric triglyceride, which is one of my favorite emollients because it's coconut oil with glycerin, and glycerin is a super hydrator. It's a humectant. It grabs that moisture in the air, the moisture sitting on top of our skin. It sucks it in and it holds it there, and it really plumps up those fine lines and wrinkles that we have. This skin replenishing emollient also helps to enhance the texture of the lipstick and give it a really nice creamy formula. And remember, in Natasha's description, she did say it was a creamy formula. We have another skin conditioner. This is Myristal Trisiloxane, and this imparts a very soft feeling on the lips. It gives the lipsticks a glossy appearance, and remember, she did say that they were luminous, and they are thickening. Myristal Trisiloxane is a waxy solid, so it does also help to give bulk to the lipstick. Now, there are 3 silicones in this lipstick, and silicones just give the lipstick a very smooth, silky feeling. The first one is Cetyl Dimethicone, and this silicone is very skin conditioning and it gives the lipstick a very good slip. If you hear the word slip, think of gliding. It allows the lipstick to glide seamlessly across the lips. The next silicone is C3045 Alkyl Dimethicone, and this silicone allows the lipstick to have really good spreadability, great spreading qualities, and it fills up those little lines that we may have on our lips temporarily to give it a nice plumping effect. And the last silicone is Capryl Methicone, and this is another one that's great for imparting a really spreadable type quality onto the lipstick. We then are going to take a look at the stabilizers, and there are two stabilizers in this formula. The first one is polyethylene, and this one is also a binder. It helps to really bind the ingredients together and to hold them together so the lipstick retains its shape. The other stabilizer in this formula is pentaethyltryptyl, sorry if I said that wrong, tetrabutyl hydroxyhydrocinamate. And that one is also a preservative. So that's the preservative in this formula. Now we're going to take a look at the suspending agent, which helps to keep the particles from settling in the formula. And the one that Natasha uses in her lipstick is a sterylconium bentonite. This comes from volcanic ash. The actual ingredient is called bentonite clay. And this is also a pigment binder. So it's really going to hold that pigment in the formula and to keep it from separating. Sterylconium bentonite is often used with propylene carbonate, and in this case it is. And this ingredient is a solvent. It helps to dissolve other substances in a formula. This is a viscosity controlling ingredient, and remember, viscosity is resistance to flow. Honey has a higher viscosity than water, so honey flows slower than water. This ingredient helps with the distribution of the other ingredients in the lipstick, and it keeps the formula very consistent. A few other ingredients in this formula are dicalcium phosphate, which is an opacifying ingredient, which means that it reduces the amount of colorless, translucent quality to the formula, and it makes it more opaque. We also have two minerals. The first one is talc, and talc is a little bit controversial, but it's not really. There was questioning as to whether talc is safe or not, and the FDA did a big study, and they said with cosmetic grade talc, there is no asbestos in the formula. I'm going to link that study down below. I did read the entire thing when I was doing the research for this video, and it's quite interesting. Talc is very absorbent. It's anti-caking, which means it helps to prevent lumps from forming in the lipstick, and it's also opacifying. So once again, is getting rid of that translucent quality to the lipstick and allowing color and pigment to show. And talc finally also improves the feel of the lipstick when it's applied to the lips. The other mineral we have is mica, and mica is found in so many different cosmetics and skincare products, and this has just a very sparkling, luminous quality. There's also ethyl vanillin, and that's exactly what it sounds like. It's a fragrance coming from vanilla. So my guess is that these lipsticks smell like vanilla. Because it's a fragrance, it can be irritating. Some people are very sensitive to fragrances. So if you are sensitive to fragrances, keep that in mind. The last ingredient are the colorants, and I'm not going to go into each and every colorant because then this video would be very long. But colorants do exactly what they sound like they do, and they add color to the formula. So that wraps up the ingredients, and now let's jump into the shade swatching. I have to say, I absolutely love the packaging for this lipstick. It's just very simple, but it has this beautiful metallic blush pink, and it's just different, and I like that. The actual lipsticks, I was pretty excited when I saw how they look. They come in these really cool looking white tubes. I don't think I've ever had a lipstick that looks like this, and it's heavy. The casing is heavy. It feels very luxurious, and it's impressive that the lipstick looks like this for costing $25. I have bought lipsticks that cost a lot more than this, and I don't think the casing is nearly as nice. Now, when I open this up, the actual tube itself is this kind of a blush chrome type of look. And here is the lipstick. And I do smell that vanilla. It's very soft and it's very sweet smelling. It's not overpowering at all. So let's get into trying out these colors. So the first shade we're going to try is Susanna, and this is a NP Needs Pink, which means it suits all skin tones. Natasha describes this shape as being a warm rose. Oh, I like the way this looks. It is creamy, but it doesn't look greasy at all. Also, I don't get the impression that this shade would bleed. The formula seems to be very thick and it's not runny at all. The next shade is Noah, and this is a taupe shade. And this is also NP, which means needs pink, so it's suitable for all skin tones. I absolutely love this shade. This is wonderful for the upcoming autumn season. And once again, I just can't get over how comfortable these feel. They don't feel heavy. Now we're going to try on the shade Yana, and this is an antique rose shade. It's also NP Needs Pink, which means it's suitable for all skin tones. It's such a beautiful taupey pink shade with a lot of gray undertone. I feel that this would just look incredible in the fall season. Now we are going to try on the shade Sava, and this is a pink shade, which means that it's suitable for warm and yellow skin tones. Well, I have a very neutral skin tone, so we'll see how this looks on me. This is described as a light dusty pink, and I think it looks great on me. And I don't have a warm or yellow skin tone. This really is a beautiful pink shade, and these are the types of pinks that I just love to wear. Next up, we are going to try on the shade Jeniffer, and this shade is described as a rose. This is also a pink shade, which means it is suitable for warm and yellow skin tones. And I really love how this shade looks on me, and I think it looks fantastic with my complexion. Now we are going to try on the shade Averyl, which is a mauve, and this one is also a pink, so once again, for those yellow warm skin tones. Wow. This is beautiful. 2 more shades to go. I have to say, I've already taken 6 shades off my lips, and my lips do not feel dried out at all. These lipsticks are so creamy, and they really are just so moisturizing on the lips. The next shade is Naya, and this is a beige shade. This is a B, and beige means it is suited for neutral, warm, and red skin tones. So this shade is described as a medium taupe, and I have to say I really do shy away from darker shades, especially brown ones, but I think this looks beautiful. The last shade I purchased is the darkest one. This is called Nati, and this is a beige shade. This is made for neutral, warm, and red skin tones. It is really dark, so I'm somewhat nervous to try this one on. This shade is completely outside of what I would normally buy for myself, and I have to say I am so happy I purchased it because I love it. It is so incredibly dark and intense, but there's something still so feminine about it. I love this with the way this looks on me. This one definitely needs a lip liner. I do see a tiny bit of bleeding with this shade. Also, because I am so fair, it's just easier to put on really dark lipstick when you have a lip liner in place. When you don't have one and you get a little bit of that dark lipstick on the skin, sometimes it can stain. It's hard to get off. So those were the 8 shades I bought. I suspect that with this type of formula, they're not going to have a long lasting staying power. So I'm going to take just a quick sip of water and see how much is left on the glass. Okay, it definitely does get on the glass. So this is a formula you will have to reapply throughout the day. Well, now that we've applied the lipsticks, I would like to just share with you quickly how to find your own undertone. And what you have to do is look at your wrist. If you're in a dark space, you can step outside or go somewhere where you have good lighting. Just look at the veins in your wrist. Now, do they look more blue or more green? If they look to be more green, you most likely have a warm undertone. If they look to be more blue, you have a cool undertone. If they're somewhere in the middle, they're kind of a blue-green, then you're most likely a neutral undertone, which means you work well with both warm and cool tones. I personally have a bit of a blue-green undertone. I would say it's a little bit more blue, but I find that the neutral to cool looking colors look best on me, and some of the warms just don't quite work well with my skin. So that is a quick and easy little tip to figure out your own undertones. Before I say goodbye, I do want to share that I absolutely love these lipsticks. I love the price. I think $25 is very fair for this product, and this product could easily have retailed for $35. I love the packaging. It's just different. It's so smooth. It's just so sleek, and it really stands out. It feels like a luxury item, and it is really heavy. I think that just this cool toned blush chrome is beautiful. I love the way the lipsticks smell. They're not overpowering at all, but they just have that really nice, familiar, comfortable vanilla scent to them. And I think that the formula is just beautiful. They feel wonderful on my lips. There's just something very generous and sensual with this formula, and I'm really just loving the way my lips look with these shades. If I could just say one negative, and you know from my previous videos I am always honest, I have to say I regret only buying 8 shades and not the entire collection. I bet I would love every single shade in the collection. I love every single one I tried on today. I will use them all the time. They are just amazing. You will not go wrong with these. If you're thinking about buying one, by all means, buy yourself at least one. These are fantastic. I can't wait to see what Natasha Denona comes out with next. This is a new brand for me. I did buy the Lila palette this summer as well as the contour powder. And now with these lipsticks, I think I'm just going to have to keep buying more and more and more from this brand. I am in love. It would be nice if there were lip liners to complement the shades, because that could be incredibly useful, especially with the darker shades. But other than that, I have to say this one is such a pleasure for me. I'm so happy with these lipsticks. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do so. You really don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos. Bye for now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now to Lauren O'Connell Beauty TV, and let's navigate together through the world of beauty.